bag. Doing the drills and working the wheel where you're grinding at. You know what it be. Playing this here for the keeps. Had to make up with the
Tonight, from Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. Raiders taking on Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs.
NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. The atmosphere here electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Kansas City Chiefs. Again, everyone, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. And, Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Chiefs, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First possession coming for the Raiders, and at quarterback their longtime starter in his 7th season, Derek Carr.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Sacked. An 8-yard loss.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he'll look downfield for Waller. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it. And it brings up 4th down.
2 things you can do in that situation. Run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
Here's Hill on the return. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 45. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes is going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked.
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Carr. Over the middle, complete. That's Jacobs. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
From the gun, it's Carr. Get this man, that's Tyrell Williams. He'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Las Vegas, first down.
Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
On the stop.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 27-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that
pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
He'll let this go deep for runs. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Carr. That is Carr at the 7. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Another Raiders first down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Shotgun now for Carr. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll get get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
Gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now third and goal.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up, never even got to it.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman.
25-yard line.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the Raiders' 37-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So now third and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Intercepted.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Waller taking it in over the middle. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there are more people there to get him down.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here's Jacobs. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Well, let's check on the call. It's on the big guard, Gabe Jackson. They go jet sweep here with Williams. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big, or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Throwing on second and long. Carr, throw right side, complete to Williams. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. These two teams all tied after one. The Raiders on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Jacobs now. Effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's Carr. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Chris Jones in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And that will be incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
A 38-yard.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Carter, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard.
Time for another look at Patrick Mahomes and the Super Bowl champs. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. And then going deep for Hill. It's caught at the 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Touchdown.
Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season. But some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. Well, they also used to walk uphill to school both ways.
In the snow.
In the snow.
Blizzards.
Milk was 5 cents. Hey, but he's having a great year, not to take anything away from him. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they followed them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Carr to throw. 49.
The tackle made back at his
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Throwing his car on third down. The open man here, Renfro. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46.
Got the completion, but it certainly wasn't on his time frame. Hurried on that play.
Absolutely. The pressure affected him. Unable to get it further downfield. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. He has certainly made the most of his catches so far, both of them going for touchdowns here in half number one.
And we've never met a team that doesn't talk about getting off to a fast start and featuring guys that they want to have the ball early. We're seeing both of those come into play here. Off to an incredible start, got their feature guy going, and now everyone else should have opportunities.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Play action, it's Mahomes. Incomplete. KJ Hamler, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And going deep for Hill. This is caught at the 20. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 58 yards. Now Edwards-Helaire. He will push his way down to about the 14.
Helaire, the ball carrier.
They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 14-yard line.
False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman, certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
And that'll set him back 5. False start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Back at the 22-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And this time he is in. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Throwing again on second down. Carr is going to find and complete it to Renfro. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr will get this underneath to Jacobs. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 21.
Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
Gain of 13 yards. First down, Kansas City.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
39-yard line.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. They're going deep for Hill. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Touchdown.
Tyreek Hill. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker. Try
and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Carr. And he'll find Moreau here. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
That's good.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Carr completes it, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down.
10 at the 39-yard line.
Again, it's Carr. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
At the Chiefs' 34-yard line.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete.
That's a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Counter play with Jacobs. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Josh Jacobs.
I thought when Josh Jacobs was coming out of the University of Alabama, he was an absolutely perfect fit for John Gruden's offense with the Raiders. And it turned out, in this case, I was absolutely right. Led the NFL rookies in rushing a year ago.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Henry runs with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Raiders get a score closer.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
Gostkowski the extra point. And this is back to an 8-point game.
Gostkowski set to kick off.
And no return on this one. It's a fair catch. A signal for and taken.
25-yard line. The Chiefs take
The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field. Now this defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. at the 29-yard line.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. That one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City first.
First down.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now this throw caught left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And they're going to speed things up here.
At the 10-yard line.
They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Taken in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Running is Jacobs. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Jacobs, the ball
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Carr finds Williams. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
That's good for a loss.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Carter going to get this to Jacobs. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jacobs. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Carr to throw again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up near the 34. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
It's a
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
7 at the 40-yard line.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Edwards-Helaire on the
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Chiefs.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking on play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
2nd, 3rd levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
1st and goal.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Now a handoff looking right. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
The ball carrier.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on 2nd and goal. Flush to his right. And this is incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, but now it's 3rd and goal.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. Cleveland Farrell able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be 4th down. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent. And allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Chiefs, 38.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Reception here by Ruggs. 7 yards, the pickup there. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time? Hopefully a chance to win.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
At the Chiefs' 40-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. We're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Two touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points. But he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
And Watkins, you see him there, still down and slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Throw there going to be incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his 2nd drop, indeed, not a good look. Things looking pretty good on the scoreboard. They're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. They'll let this go for the end zone. And he's caught for the touchdown. Kansas City. Tyreek Hill, 42 yards. And the Chiefs take advantage of the turnover and put up 6. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
The 35-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Carr, a short one here, secured by the tight end Waller. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
41-yard line.
Shotgun now for Carr. Catch made, it's Moreau. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Henry Ruggs, 54 yards. And the Raiders get a score closer.
You've got to understand situational football, because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. But they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. KC's offense ready to take over. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Mahomes going to throw it here. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. And now he's closing in on 450 yards passing.
That's an incredible number. I mean, you're talking about the best defenders in the world that you're trying to throw the ball against, and you're creating that type of a number. Fantastic job, fantastic performance. And he's going to have to ice up his arm afterwards, too.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we...
Take it away for a Chiefs touchdown. KJ Hamler, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end. They feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brings up second and a yard.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Throwing his car on third down. There's that man again. It's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. On first down, Carr. And he's got the hook up to Rose. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
Las Vegas, first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Now Carr. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up second and 10. One final try now for Carr. Now a desperation. And this is Carr inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Raiders,
A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.